Swiss Family Robinson by Johann David Weiss. Adapted by H.Q. Mitchell and Marileni Malkoyani. Published and copyright MM Publications 2021.
Chapter 1. Lieutenant Bell has been a sailor for many years. He's spent a long time at sea, and he's faced a lot of difficulties on his voyages. Pirates are a great danger, and there have been terrifying moments during storms when huge waves nearly swallowed his ship, the Adventurer.
"If you love me and our children, you won't go on another voyage,"
his wife keeps begging, urging him to stop travelling and find a job on land.
"If you love me, then you know that what you ask is impossible,"
he always answers.
"The sea is my life, and I cannot imagine myself away from it."
During his last trip, Lieutenant Bell kept remembering his wife's words as the Adventurer struggled with waves the size of mountains. The ship was travelling in the South Seas when a terrible storm started, blowing it far away and off its course. For 3 days the ship shook, tossed here and there by wild winds, and everybody thought they were lost forever. Then suddenly a voice was heard.
"Land ahead!"
A strip of land was visible far away, and the crew managed to take the ship there and anchor it. It was a quiet, natural port on what looked like an island.
"We can stay here for a while and repair our ship,"
said Captain Johnson.
"When the storm stops, we'll set sail again."
A little later, the men set off to explore. They were surprised to find a small boat and a tent house further up the shore. Inside were some clay pots and oyster shells, and also furniture and other comforts. It was clear that they were not the first men on the island.
"Lieutenant Bell!"
called one of the men as he came out of a small forest nearby. He rushed towards the officer, followed by a middle-aged stranger dressed in European clothes and carrying a big leather bag. The stranger looked friendly, even though he had a gun.
"Finally, after all these years,"
cried the man in a trembling voice.
"thank God you are here."
My goodness!
The lieutenant thought.
It's Robinson Crusoe himself.
The man was a Swiss pastor who had been shipwrecked with his wife and 4 children when their ship crashed onto a rock. The crew had disappeared in the storm, and they were nowhere to be seen afterwards.
"We were extremely lucky to be saved together as a family,"
said the pastor.
"We were on our way to Australia to start a new life, but instead of that, we had to start a new life on this island. We have been here for 4 years,"
he added. Lieutenant Bell told him that the ship was on its way to England when the storm stopped them.
"Would you like to come aboard?"
asked Bell.
"You can meet the captain and discuss your family's rescue with him."
He suggested.
"We can all meet here tomorrow morning,"
answered the man.
"I should return to my family and prepare them for our departure,"
he explained.
"I did not want to alarm them when I saw your ship through my looking glass, so they don't know anything about it yet. I must hurry home and tell them. The boys will be thrilled,"
he said with a big smile. Then he took a diary out of his bag and put it in Lieutenant Bell's hands.
"Here is our story,"
he said.
"If something happens, I would like you to give this to my brother in Switzerland. Now I must go,"
he added.
"There is so much to do."